The air holds its breath, as if even the birds know that human thunder approaches with hungry rotors and unfinished prayers. Their engines write harsh scripture across the valley, promising arrival, danger, and the fragile mathematics of hope measured in miles. No one speaks because words might crack. Silence is stronger than courage when fear kneels beside your boots. He counts breaths instead of miles, steering a thin line between cloud and catastrophe with practiced, stubborn calm. The jungle looks endless from above, but each leaf holds a secret that could end a life. The water remembers everything it has taken, and it whispers to us to look away. He traces her smile with a gloved thumb, building a tiny fortress against the coming roar. The ground clutches our ankles like memory, unwilling to release what it already suspects is borrowed time. Every shadow holds a question we cannot answer, and our rifles speak in brief, hard syllables. We carry our weapons like candles, trying not to drown the last bright promise of return. Direction wavers where maps turn to myth, and courage substitutes for certainty one step at a time. The jungle coughs fire back into our mouths, and time shrinks to a single stubborn heartbeat. We run not away or toward, but through the question of whether luck remembers our names. Mercy is a hurried craft here, stitched with rain, grit, and the soft insistence of survival. Beauty trespasses on violence. For a blink, the sky forgets which lights are killing, and which are stars. His words swim upstream against chaos, carrying coordinates and hope, like fragile fish through iron water. The storm is older than our quarrels, and it baptizes us without preference or pity. Names weigh more than steel tonight. They chime like bells that no one hears in time. Home detaches from earth and becomes footsteps, a line of quiet hearts moving toward uncertainty. Smoke writes a brief letter to the dark, then folds itself into nothing, like promises here. Each step is a treaty with mud and time, negotiated in grunts and careful breaths. In the sudden honesty of light, everyone looks exhausted, human and equally breakable. He squeezes not from anger, but from the aching animal desire to keep breathing. The world dissolves into water and willpower. Footing is faith disguised as muscle. He writes to a future where he exists, folding his name into tomorrow like currency. The forest speaks a language of cracks and breaths, and we answer with caution.
Lines on paper tempt us with certainty, a luxury we cannot afford, but still rent nightly. We count the drops because numbers feel truer than prayers
in weather like this.
Even the smallest hungers travel with us, tireless and unimpressed
by our uniforms. From high above, the war pretends to be orderly. Up close, it is only breath and breaking.
Darkness breathes like an animal. We enter its lungs with flashlights and careful courage. We draw geometry against chaos, hoping straight edges can convince fate to land. The horizon is a bruise of purple. We pass through it quietly, refusing to bleed aloud. He sows flesh to future, knotted with stubbornness and the soft, relentless rhythm of care. Somewhere devotion still sits among the stones, patient as moss and twice as faithful. Command is a damp room where decisions sweat, then march out wearing our faces. Each dent is a biography. Each strap smells like fear kept on a leash. Kindness arrives without trumpet, small and steaming, and leaves the throat gentler.
Thanks, Sergeant.
The wind tries to rearrange what happened, but the ground remembers without words.
Time keeps its bargain with no one, counting in stubborn circles while we bargain straight lines.
He steadies the world with breath, shrinking fate to a hair-thin cross. We throw light to confuse the darkness, as if bright lies could buy a safe minute.
They just
War
want to know
leans close to
if you
listen.
need help,
Her
grandmother.
words smell of rice,
We can
smoke,
help you
and
to
stubborn
safety.
survival. We polish names because that is how we keep the faces from fading
That is
first.
how we keep the faces from fading first.
The earth becomes a
nervous
instrument, waiting to sing a harsh,
protective chord. Flame
bows to rain, rises again like faith, repeating itself
until it sticks. The hill climbs us back,
and we answer with thighs, curses, and the stubborn grammar of assent. Leadership is a borrowed calm. He lends it out in brief,
priceless touches.
The jungle speaks in needles of light. Our replies are louder,
but less certain.
Pain returns a man to
no
himself,
flag.
then offers him
It
back to
crowns
his friends
and
alive.
drowns with equal, ancient patience.
Here, half
Weather
for you.
chooses no flag. It crowns and drowns with equal, ancient patience. Sweetness becomes
We
sacrament,
write the world
a
smaller,
fragile proof that
so we can
gentleness
cross
still
it
lives
before
in our
fear
mouths.
catches up.
We write the world smaller,
Salvation
so we can
wears
cross
a
it
rotor
before
wash
fear
and the
catches
smell
up.
of fuel, asking only that we hold on.
Salvation wears a rotor wash and the smell of fuel, asking only that we hold on. Trust
Ancient lives
transfers
regard
without
our
ceremony.
frenzy like weather,
A glance
and
signs the
continue,
papers of survival.
heavy and wise.
Ancient lives regard
Grant
our
us the
frenzy like
grace
weather,
to remember
and continue
each name
heavy and wise.
gently.
He prays not
Our
for victory,
answers arc
but
into
for the
clouds,
grace to remember each
searching
name
for
gently.
questions they were built to silence. Repair
Our
is our
answers
quiet
arc
rebellion
into clouds,
against
searching
mud,
for questions they were
fear,
built to silence.
and the mathematics of loss. The
Repair
horizon
is our
blushes
quiet
like
rebellion
a bruise.
against mud,
Our
fear,
shadows
and the
lengthen
mathematics
into
of
history
loss.
none of us ask to write.
The horizon
When the
blushes
jungle
like a bruise.
sings too clearly,
Our shadows lengthen
every
into
note
history
sounds
none
like
of us ask to
footsteps
write.
with teeth.
When the jungle
Water
sings
tastes
too
of
clearly,
metal and
every note
consequence.
sounds like
We drink
footsteps
anyway,
with teeth.
toasting the next breath.
Water tastes of
He
metal
borrows her
and
voice
consequence.
to steady his own,
We drink anyway,
wrapping his
toasting the
heart
next
in
breath.
familiar vowels.
He borrows her
path
voice
is a
to steady
wound
his
that
own,
never
wrapping
closes,
his heart in familiar
stitched
vowels.
and reopened by tires daily.
For one
The path
heartbeat,
is a
beauty
wound that never
refuses to
closes,
move,
stitched and
proving the
reopened
world
by
remembers
tires daily.
gentleness despite us.
For one
We become
heartbeat, beauty
moving
refuses
lanterns
to
of
move,
breath,
proving the world
flickering
remembers
along the
gentleness
trail
despite us.
toward whatever waits.
We become moving
Every
lanterns of
ascent
breath,
is a brief
flickering
argument
along the
with
trail
gravity
toward whatever
that
waits.
ends in compromise and mud.
Every
He
ascent
sings
is a
to the
brief
frightened
argument
child
with
inside
gravity
himself,
that ends in compromise and
smuggling
mud.
calm past his ribs.
He sings
The
to the
sky
frightened child
rehearses
inside
dawn
himself,
early,
smuggling calm
practicing
past
how
his
to
ribs.
forgive what night has done.
We
The
share
sky
what keeps us
rehearses dawn
alive,
early,
and call
practicing
it
how to
communion
forgive what night has
without
done.
saying the word.
The
We share
jungle
what
edits
keeps
our
us alive
presence quickly,
and call it communion without
replacing
saying the word.
footsteps with anonymity and steam.
The jungle edits
We
our
circle
presence quickly,
scars that look
replacing
small from
footsteps
above,
with anonymity
forgetting
and
how
steam.
deep they run below.
We circle scars that look small from above, forgetting how deep they run below.
Relief
A melody
arrives on a
crosses
thin
lines
needle,
and uniforms,
asking
reminding
nothing
us we
except
were
permission
boys
to stay
before steel.
briefly.
Relief arrives on a
Traps
thin
wait
needle,
with
asking
patient
nothing
elegance.
except permission to stay
Even danger
briefly.
likes to look beautiful sometimes.
Heat in a bowl
Traps
becomes
wait
a
with
treaty
patient
with
elegance.
exhaustion,
Even
signed
danger
by
likes to
spoons
look
and
beautiful
gratitude.
sometimes. Heat in a
marks
bowl
himself with
becomes a
hope,
treaty with exhaustion,
a small
signed by
constellation
spoons
to
and
navigate
gratitude.
the dark.
He marks
Silence
himself with hope,
gathers around them.
a small constellation
Heavens
to
reign.
navigate the dark.
Careful as folded flags without ceremony.
The field
Silence
exhales our
gathers around
wounded
them,
upward,
heavy as rain,
surrendering them
careful
to a
as
sky
folded
that
flags
might be
without
kinder.
ceremony. The field
A
exhales our
single
wounded
light
upward,
insists
surrendering
on
them
being
to a
seen,
sky that might be kinder.
stubborn as breath in a chest.
Easy now,
A single
old
light
girl.
insists on being
Just
seen,
a little nudge.
stubborn as breath in a chest. He talks softly to the metal,
Courage
promising
is
it an end,
sometimes
and
only the
us a
discipline of
passage.
seconds, and the refusal to flinch. We cut the
Courage
road
is
behind
sometimes
us,
only the discipline
choosing
of seconds,
forward,
and the
because
refusal to
backward
flinch.
no longer exists.
We cut the road
Ave
behind us, choosing forward because backward no longer exists.
Gratia plena.
Faith
We
is
borrow
arithmetic
the
to
jungle's
us.
skin,
He adds hope to fear
praying it
and
will
asks for
mistake
balance.
us for its own. He fights the
We
weather
borrow the
more
jungle's
than
skin,
men,
praying it will
learning
mistake us
patience
for its
from the
own.
rain itself. The world
He
expands
fights the weather more
and
than men,
hurts.
learning patience
Beauty
from the rain
returns
itself.
with a blade tucked behind its back.
The world expands and hurts.
Pace
Beauty
your breath,
returns
son.
with the blade
Just like I
tucked
showed
behind
you.
its back.
We patch
Wisdom
what
passes
carries
quietly
us,
from scar to palm,
because the
a
road
lesson
won't
signed
pity
in recoil.
bare feet. The
We
air
patch what
tastes
carries
of
us,
metal and
because the
ceremony.
road won't pity bare
Even
feet.
engines hush around such company.
It's good
The
to see you
air
laughing
tastes
again.
of metal and ceremony.
Laughter
Even
steps
engines
lightly
hush
over
around
rubble.
such
A
company.
small bridge we cross without papers.
The ground
Laughter
accepts
steps lightly
everything,
over rubble,
shells,
a small bridge we
bones,
cross
and hope,
without papers.
and somehow grows green again.
The ground accepts
We
everything.
move like rumors
Bones
between
and hope hand
mountains,
somehow grows
trying
green
not
again.
to wake what listens.
We move
We
like
label
rumors
what
between
feeds our
mountains,
rifles,
trying not to
daring
wake
the
what
world to
listens.
forget who carried them.
Safe
We
travels,
label
friend.
what feeds our
I hope
rifles,
they read this
daring the
where you
world
are.
to forget who
He sends
carried
the
them.
words ahead, trusting someone will read them where the noise stops.
He sends the words ahead,
Departure
trusting someone
tastes
will read
like
them where the
ash
noise
and
stops.
honey. We swallow both and keep moving.
Sorry.
Departure
Your
tastes
heart
like
feels.
ash and honey.
We leave gently
We
where
swallow
we once
both and
arrived
keep
loud,
moving.
apologizing to the ground in whispers.
He
We
folds
leave
the day
gently
shut,
where we once arrived loud,
accepting its
apologizing
pages of
to the
loss
ground in whispers.
and the margin notes of mercy.
He
the
folds
jungle
the day
exhales
shut,
us
accepting
like
its
smoke.
pages of loss and the
Our
margin
shadows
notes of mercy.
slide away toward an uncertain quiet. We leave
The jungle
with hearts heavier
exhales
and
us
eyes
like
wider,
smoke. Our
carrying
shadows
the small,
slide away
stubborn
toward
ember
an
that
uncertain
tomorrow might
quiet.
choose tenderness.